right now, as all of you are joining us from wherever you are around the world, there is one conversation right now. It is on every news channel around the world. Go on CNN right now. Go to MSN right now. Go to any chat room right now. And the conversation that's resonating around the world right now is about the United States withdrawal from the Paris Climate Treaty. Now, this is not a political conversation. So far, I think as of yesterday, I believe it was over 80 mayors from around the United States have recommitted their endeavors to a cleaner world for our children and our grandchildren. Multiple states around the United States have committed to a more renewable energy planet. And many countries around the world have recommitted their efforts to the Paris Climate Treaty. But the conversation is really not about the Paris Climate Treaty, whether it's right or wrong, whether there's a better deal out there for the United States, all the opinions that are surfacing around the world. It's really not what it's about. It's about we the people. We the people. Look what those three words have done throughout history, the cultures that they've changed, the way of life that's been changed by people, the people taking control of their future. Each one of us, regardless what political opinions are, regardless of what governments decide to do. Look at California. They've committed to 100% renewable energy, I think, over the next 8 years. So what happened yesterday that may have been viewed as a negative activity or a negative action has actually created a spike of conversation, of intellect, of discussion from college campuses to churches to business meetings, to government all over the world. And that's an extraordinary thing to happen. That's where change is born. Change is born through a difference of opinions, through a collaborative agreement. But it's, you know, where change happens? It happens in our communities. It happens in our families. It happens at the dinner table. When we, the people, commit to a better world. I personally have committed to do what I can. My background is I started and ran a national nonprofit cancer foundation for many years. Today, and I fought the pharmaceutical companies, many of them with a passion, although there are some wonderful ones. Now I've chosen to fight the dirty energy companies with that same passion. I put solar panels on my roof. It cost me nothing. I got an $80,000 system put on my roof. I am doing my part to set an example for my community. My children are proud. My wife is proud. My family is proud. And people around my community are following me. I'm saving 27% per month on my electric bill. And I'm contributing to a better world for my children's children. And that's really what this is about. So, folks, I'm sure you would agree. Over the course of the next couple of years, if you translate that conversation to a business conversation, if you were going to get involved in a business, would you want to get involved in a business of purpose? Whatever most people do for a living today, selling cars, selling real estate, whatever they may do, God bless. We're helping people. We're putting them in a safe automobile. We're giving them a house. We're doing whatever we're doing. So we're doing all those things. So, but how often in life or in business do we get a chance to do something truly of meaning, truly of purpose, where our children and our grandchildren, again, can be proud of what we do? And if you were going to make a business decision to do something extraordinary, something different, something of purpose, wouldn't it just make sense to do something that is on the minds and the conscience of everyone on the planet right now from 18 years old to 80 years old? So we have a chance to participate in a business of purpose, to affect change, to be part of the solution and not part of the problem, and to create a legacy. You know, I'm 59 years old. I know you can't tell, right? God bless you. I know you can't tell. But right now, we have a chance to do something special. We have a chance to change the world. And we have a chance to leave a legacy. And as I talk to people around the world every single day, we find that more and more people from 18 to 80, and certainly the older they get, people are interested in change, in creating a legacy, in forming a greater planet, and creating something special that they can leave for their children. So let's talk about the energy market, and let's talk about power, and let's talk about what we do. And then let's come back to the world. Let's come back to the planet and what it means for all of us. Everyone uses energy, right? It's the biggest market in the world. Energy is getting more expensive all the time. It's dirty. Again, the conversation is really not about climate change. It's not about whether climate change is real or not. Of course, it's real. It's not about whether it's man-made or not. As Arnold Schwarzenegger released his video over the weekend, it's about the 200,000 people a year that are dying from the quality of air that we are breathing and the quality of water that we are drinking and what is polluting the fish and the steak and the food and the vegetables that we are eating. We're in an environment now where it's unsafe to almost eat anything that's not organic. Just read the articles. This is a resource that is scarce. It's a commodity. And how much coal can we dig up? How much more can we do of this to our planet? We've completely dependent on dirty energy companies. Folks, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be dependent on a dirty energy company. I don't want to be dependent upon the richest families in the world. I don't want to be dependent upon CEOs that have $25 million bonuses so they can send me a $5 and $10 and $15 surcharge on my dirty energy. I just don't believe in that. How do you feel about that? But there is a better way. There is a better way. There is a new way, and we have created that new way. Folks, you watched a young college kid named Mark Zuckerberg create a company called Facebook, and it changed the way the world communicates forever. How many of you are on Facebook every single day? How many of you are on every single hour? Be honest. And remember, when they created Facebook, the entire world was not saying, wow, let's talk about communications and how we can do better, right? Then a couple people came along with an idea called Uber. Even Mark Cuban passed on Uber because he didn't think they could get past the taxi cab industry. That company's valued at almost $70 billion today. What is Uber? Uber is a consumer that's looking for a better value, a better experience than a taxi cab and to save a few dollars, connected to an entrepreneur who's willing to spend hundreds of dollars, get new tires, rotate their tires, change their oil, fill up with gas, maintain insurance, have a couple chargers for phones in their car, and so they can get good reviews and get more customers. But this is the key to today's conversation. When Uber started, no one was saying, hey, we need a better solution for the taxi cab industry. Again, I point you to what everyone's talking about right now, climate change. And then Airbnb came along, right? Changed the entire hotel industry by doing the same thing, creating a platform that introduced a consumer that wanted a better experience than a chain hotel, save a few dollars, and introduce them to an entrepreneur that wanted to make money. They had to spend money. They had to fix up their home, maintain insurance, keep it clean, have it cool, get good reviews so they could make more money. This company's valued at over $30 billion today. They rent out more hotel rooms than any hotel company in the world. But no one was saying, wow, we need a better solution for hotels when Airbnb was born. Everybody's talking about a better solution for energy. Kickstarter disrupted funding. How many of you are aware of the fact that our company just had the fastest online crowdfund campaign in the history of the world? We raised well over $1.2 million in 3 weeks. Everybody wants to be a part of what we're doing. Think about that. We broke the world record. And company after company. When's the last time you bought a book in a bookstore? My wife has packages coming here every week from companies. 3/4 of them go back. Shopping online. The world has changed, folks. This is the era of disrupting industries via a platform. And that's really what this is. Our company, Power, created a platform. We've been around for 3 years. This is not new. We started working with the largest solar company in the world. And by doing that, we realized that wasn't the answer. It wasn't the solution. The solution was when the independent providers. It was in the local solar providers. That's where the magic was. So what we did was we built a proprietary platform. We spent millions of dollars building it. We spent over $70,000 a month enhancing it, and we went to work. You know, Mark Cuban and Richard Branson wrote an article about no billion-dollar company hits it right the first time. They start it. They go back to work, They figure what they did wrong and they come back to market. And that's what we did. We were making money. People were building six-figure incomes. We gave thousands and thousands and thousands of referrals to the largest solar company in the world, but we realized there was a better way. So we've been spending money, building software, creating incomes. We've got many, many people already making six figures on a part-time basis. And then we transition to the local solar provider network. In other words, our company Power built this software platform. We signed contracts with the providers you see on the bottom of your screen and the best of breed local and regional solar providers in every market. $100 million companies, $70 million companies, $20 million companies, $10 million companies, the best of the best. And so we create a platform where people could start saving money. They could get a free proposal for solar. They could start saving money. They could become energy independent. They could go green to today's conversation. You could increase the value of your home, pay absolutely nothing out of pocket, and create a better world. That's where we're at. So folks, think about the value proposition for solar, because that's it. Free proposal, no money down solar, save 5 to 40%, increase the value of your home, lock in your electricity prices against the future raises. The average electric company raises their rates 4 to 6% every single year. Every single year. In Florida, FP&L just got over a 20% price increase approved. And I just heard of another state that just increased their rates. So 4 to 6% across the board. And we are dealing with countries like Canada where their rates have doubled twice in the last 12 years. We are dealing with Puerto Rico, where people are having to make decisions whether to pay their healthcare insurance or pay their electricity bill. Folks, free proposal, no money down. Increase the value of your home up to 10%. Save 5 to 40%. Lock in your electricity rates. Do the right thing for the planet. Save tens of thousands of dollars over the lifetime. Investing in solar for your home today is a better investment than the stock market. That's just the way it is. It makes sense for everyone who can go solar to go solar. Our process is simple. You bump into a friend at a barbecue this summer. Hey, have you looked at solar? Would you be interested in saving 5 to 40% and saving tens of thousands of dollars without spending any money while increasing the value of your home and making a better world for our children? We create a conversation and we grab their electric bill and we make a phone call. We dial them into the local solar provider. They'll create an appointment and you get paid. They'll go out and sign a contract either on the phone or in person. And when that magic happens, when that installation happens, not only will you earn money, but you've done your part for a cleaner and a better world. We created this category. It didn't exist before. No one in the world is doing what we're doing today, and no one can catch us because we already have contracts with the local solar providers throughout the United States, now in Puerto Rico, in Canada, moving to Australia, and throughout the world. And you have a chance to be involved before anybody's heard about it. Folks, think about this industry. Marrying energy and solar with direct sales. It's never been done before. Direct sales has changed the insurance industry, the legal industry, the vitamin industry, so many industries. Again, it's over $180 billion market. So right now, we have 90 million homes in the US alone that can go no money down solar with unique financing options. We're currently servicing over 28 states. We're representing the best solar companies in the world. And you have a chance to be first in the United States. We're so excited to launch Canada with Matt and his brilliant team in Canada and Jamie and the leaders up there. What an opportunity in Canada. With 5 million homes, we are set to launch Canada in the third week of June. Imagine getting paid. If you were to take a flight into Canada right now, imagine getting paid every time somebody puts solar panels on their roof. And this is a very green conscious community. This is a unique opportunity, once in a lifetime in Canada. We are headed to Puerto Rico this month on June 22nd to launch Puerto Rico. People are registering now every single day. This is an island that is an economic strife, and electric rates are going through the roof. And as a public benefit corporation, our company Power is honored to be there and honored to help out the citizens of Puerto Rico. We are the most lucrative compensation plan in our industry. We pay out 70% of every dollar that hits our platform. So what do you do in Power, right? What do you do? We do two things. We engage people in a conversation, a business conversation about power that's married to a conversation about a better world. And that's one thing we do. We show people what we do at Power, and then we ask people if they'd like a free proposal for no money down solar. And we have a system where you push a button and it'll do both. We have teams of people that are there to help you. So if you've never sold anything, we're not selling anything. If direct sales was never your bag because you didn't want a product or an auto ship or any of those things, with all due respect to those companies, here we are. Not only will we pay you when you get an appointment, and for an installation, we'll pay you $2,000. We just had another person hit our $2,000 bonus club. So you go to 3 friends' houses this weekend at a barbecue. You ask them if they want a free proposal for solar. You show them how they're going to save 10, 20, 30%, raise the value of their home, and do the right thing for their community. We'll pay you a commission on each sale. Could be $300, could be $500, could be $1,000, could be $1,500 just for submitting the lead, just for making a phone call. And when those 3 people go solar, not only will you have amassed $1,500 to $4,500 in commissions, we'll pay you an extra $2,000 for your first 3 installations. So we'll give you installation revenue. So not only when you sell one, not only when you refer someone who can go solar, but if you want to build a team, we'll pay you on the referrals of those teams. We'll pay you for your appointments. When an appointment is set, you're going to get a check. And if you want to build a team, not only will you get appointments revenue on your appointments, but you can get revenue for hundreds or thousands of appointments being set around the world. And we have a unique lab bonus program, a lead acquisition bonus program, where we will pay you what could be multiple 6 figures for building a team. Just like Keller Williams built the largest real estate firm in the world. If you sell real estate for Keller Williams, you get a commission. If you invite other people to the platform, you get a commission on everything they do. That's how they built the largest real estate platform in the world. And that's why their real estate agents make what they do, because they chose to build a team. Now, whatever you're coming to Power for, if you're strictly coming here to change the world, we have a home for you. If you want to make money simply by submitting leads and getting installations, not selling anything, and we're not charging any more to pay people, the solar companies are giving the customer the best deal that they can get. If you want to just get installation revenue, that could be $1,000 a month, could be $2,000 a month, could be $5,000 a month, just for submitting leads, referrals. And if you want to build a team, if you want to earn 6 figures a week, a month, a year, whatever it might be, 6 figures in the next 3 to 6 months begins at building a team. That's the best way to do it, but that's entirely up to you. And let me take a moment to make sure everyone's clear where the magic lies here, why this thing works. Why does it all work? Because the solar companies need our help. Less than 2% of people in the United States have transitioned to solar energy. The largest solar companies in the world are either filing for bankruptcy or hemorrhaging for capital. Why is that happening? Why is that happening? Because their marketing efforts were old school. It's like black and white television. Online marketing, SEO, door knockers, telemarketers at dinner time, billboards, buying regurgitated leads from foreign countries that are being sent out to 20 different solar companies. And they're paying $200, $300, $400 per lead. People have gotten over on the solar companies by selling these dirty leads. The solar companies love us because we have an army of thousands of environmentally passionate entrepreneurs who are bringing their neighbors and their friends. They're out there at green conferences. They're out there at neighborhood events. They're out there meeting with people and talking to people. That's what they're doing. They're bringing their friends and their neighbors from church. And that referral that we're bringing, that warm referral. And these are typically people that are being introduced to the conversation of solar. They haven't been shopping, and they're not knocking down the solar companies and looking at 100 companies, right? These are the best. We are bringing the best referrals to the best solar companies, and that's why the solar companies love us. The reason solar has gone only 2% market adoption, but remember, it doubled last year. It's going to triple this year, is because of the way they were marketing. The solar companies love the Power Uber platform. Now, why does the customer love us? Because they're getting the best deal on solar that they could possibly get from companies that have been vetted by the industry and by us, that we have tested, that are true, and best deal for the consumer. And why do the entrepreneurs love us? Because we are the place where you, the people, we, the people, can position ourselves in front of the greatest transition of wealth in the history of mankind. So remember, if this is not a solar platform, this is a renewable energy platform. As we've launched the great state of Florida, that has less than 1/10 of 1% market share. We learned that it's not just about the solar. We're already shipping batteries to Hawaii. You drive solar panel on your roof during the day, you store it in your battery at night, you're off the grid. You're out of the dirty energy grid. You're out of Warren Buffett's pockets and the families that control the dirty energy grid, the Koch brothers. We're done. It's the solar panels, it's the battery, it's solar powered water heaters and pool pumps and pool reduction pumps and solar powered water heaters and ceiling fans and lighting. And that's just the beginning. Out west, we're seeing solar powered driveways and walkways and stairways. I'm in dialogue right now with a company bringing solar powered air conditioning with a backup generator. Do you ever wonder why that metal box is sitting outside in 100-degree heat to air condition and cool your home? And all of this can be run from the palm of your hand. At our company, Power, you get an unlimited license to our platform. You get your own website. The value is extraordinary. Websites and marketing funnels will teach you, will train you, will support you. So what would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to start a solar company, much less a renewable energy company, it would cost you $1 billion to do that worldwide. You can do it for a one-time fee of $4.99 for us. Who moves? People that move at this stage. This is where wealth is born. This is where change is born. This is where you can affect our country and our planet. This is where you can build your market. This is where you can set an example for other people. This is where it begins right now, as we're getting ready to go into Canada this month, Puerto Rico this month, positioning for Australia. But there are cities throughout the United States. There are states throughout the United States where there is zero market penetration. You have the chance to get paid every time someone transitions to solar. You have a chance to transition every time someone transitions to renewable energy, residential or commercial. All these accounts are there for the taking, and this happens once in a lifetime. I would leave you with these thoughts. If you could have been in Zuckerberg's dorm room, what would you have done? No one could have ever imagined that the world would communicate through Facebook. If you could have been in that first room or heard about Airbnb before it launched, what would you have done? No one could have anticipated that it would change the hotel industry forever. If you could have been in that room with Uber and got a chance to join that company on the ground floor, what would you have done? No one could have anticipated that they would change the transportation industry forever. All of that is nothing compared to renewable energy, not only from an economic standpoint, from an important standpoint. Folks, I will close with where we start. And I apologize, Jim couldn't be with us. You'll get him next Saturday. You can build like crazy for next Saturday's webinar, and an extraordinary leader in Mr. Jim Bunch. So stay tuned for that. But I leave you with this, back to where we were before. When Airbnb and Uber and Amazon and Etsy and all these disruptive platforms were born, the world wasn't talking about it. They weren't looking for a solution. The conversation wasn't resonating everywhere, every day, every hour around the world. Right now, today, it is. Climate change, what we should do, what we can do, what we could have done, what we should have done. How can we fix it? Who's going to do it? The government, the people, the countries. It's us. It has always been us. Change has always been about us, about you and about me taking action. There is no better time to take advantage of an economic opportunity married to a life opportunity, to a planetary conversation, to a humanity conversation. And that's what this is about. That's where we leave you today. I urge you to get on the phone with the person that brought you on today's call, on this webinar. Get back to them. Get them on the phone with your team. Make a decision today. Here's the reality. Particularly because of happening right now, everyone is Googling right now opportunities in solar, opportunities to change the world. How can I help? People are attending rallies. They want to know what they can do. This is exactly what you can do. This is the movement. This is where it begins. It begins at power. So more so than ever, everyone you know is going to hear about this on Facebook. Everyone you know is going to hear about this on LinkedIn, at church, at the bowling alley, on the golf course, at the beach. The only question that can affect your life is whether they hear it from you or whether they hear it from someone else. You need to make sure that all your neighbors hear about solar from you. You need to make sure that your entire community hears about renewable energy from you. And if you're an entrepreneur, if you want to be in front of the greatest shift of wealth in the history of mankind that has never happened before, that will never happen again, and you want to build a team, you need to talk to everyone you know in the United States and the world now. And we have free platforms where you can announce your business. Once you get involved in our company, we're going to show you step by step. It'll feel like you got a warm, fuzzy blanket around you. For free, you can have a phone call and introduce everybody you know. For free, you can have an event like this and introduce everybody you know. You can have a backyard barbecue and invite everybody you know. And we'll walk you through it step by step. Our goal, we have a contest going on right now that can get you profitable in a matter of 2 weeks. It's only going to last through the end of this month, so I urge you to take action now. Please call the person that brought you on here. Let's be a part of the solution. Let's be a part of change. Let's change the world together. Thank you all for your time today. We appreciate you being on here. I hope to see you as a member of Power and join our public benefit corporation destined to change the world from one conversation in one rainforest from our president, Jim Bunch. From us to you, we appreciate you. We love you. Much love to all of our advisors. And please, let's build your team and change the world today. Thank you. Have a great day and peace.